Shoes are getting wet. Only started recording now. We're doing the Groeneweide today. This here is your Kaaimans River, which is one of the highlights. We're definitely going to pass it again. I'm going to take a photo here. Groeneweide, basically, for any foreigner that happens to stumble upon this, stands for green. Groen is green. Weide, ironically, Weide is like actually open fields and so on, but the trail is anything but that. It's anything but an open field. It's forest, and we're heading for the Silver Rivier as well, which is a nice open section. Here's Colleen coming up, and there's Samantha coming up. If we had a little bit more time, I would have taken an extra piece of video when we were down in the river there, but it's 99% of the route is forest, which is pretty, and then opens up as you get to the Silver Rivier. Rivier is river. This is what most of the trail's going to look like until it opens up. Got some nice sun coming through there. Should actually take a picture. And then arguably the most spectacular part will be the river. Let's take a picture. Right there in the center is a massive yellowwood tree. So almost everybody stops to take photos of it and check it out. Yeah? Okay. The message is that it's a bit slippery there apparently. So everybody takes a photo too. I don't think on any photo you're going to be able to see a perspective of how big it is. But there's a couple of viewpoints clearly that have deliberately been opened to be able to see on the opposite side of the Kaaimans River. Wat bestudeer julle daar? Oh, okay. There's Samantha coming as well. Okay. I thought I'm busy taking photos here. We were just looking at these measurements. 11, 9 and 7. But we've established that it's actually a little bit more. It's a bit more than 11 and 9 and 7. Milt was on about adding an extra 2 or 3 kilometers over and above the extra 2 or 3 kilometers that we use to go and see the Silver River. But yeah, those signs are not, there's no arrows on that sign, on those signs. It's just colors, but no arrows. So we'll check a bit later. Okay, yeah, we've got a dead intersection. We're going to be turning left here on this road. It must have been the old road. I suspect it's still the road to get to Groenkop. Then we're going to be doing a circle and coming back this way. And as we come back this way, this section that we've walked, we'll be doing again on the way back again. So I just can't record too much on that side because there's one gentleman that preferably doesn't want to be on the videos, and each to his own. So yeah, that's this intersection here. This is pretty weird. We were just talking about this. I thought it was purely to sit on. This height here you can sit on, but then you get to this one which is seriously a bit inconvenient height. Sam will be able to get sort of, that gives, thanks Sam, that gives a good idea about how high it is. It's pretty weird. And you've got these two sort of like built 45 degrees, and then here, which you may or may not see, you've got all these ones in rows here. Who knows what that may have been for. Quite interesting. Maybe it's as old as the valley and it's made for old days of sawing, cutting wood. Okay, I just found out now, same story as the previous one, where we're going to be going left here and then basically around, but we won't be coming back on this road. Apparently there's another section that cuts in through the forest there. So up we go with this piece of road here. Can you hear me breathing deeply? I'll show Sam any moment. This is different. That's why I decided to record here. This piece of road, nice green and open. This, I do believe, is the one that goes to Groeneweide. But Sam and myself are at the back.
Sweeping.
Good news is that Sam is our transport. So Melt, who's leading and going like marathon right here, is going to have to wait for us.
I've got the keys.
Oh, she's got the keys. She's got the keys. So wait for us, Melt. I thought he said this morning that we're gonna go at a reasonable pace up to a certain point and then normal. But anyway, he must have his reasons. Getting some good workout. Am I going to be able to do this? In Afrikaans they say, "Dit is vir die voels." No, I can't run. No. This year, see this piece of path. I can't remember whether I actually took a photo of, I don't think I did, or recorded. They closed this path on the other side, probably for, my guess is for rehabilitation. Otherwise this would have been an optional, let's call it the Boswandelpad. That stands for Bush Walking Road. Basically you can call it that. And we would have come down here, but they've closed it on the other side. However, we are gonna, the road continues here. We're not gonna go up the route here. We are taking this here. Getting closer and closer to, gonna go down here. Here's quite a large tree, eh? Let's have a look at this tree here. This is a nice tree. Let me ask Mel to hold this. Alright, just record me for a second here. Jeez, quite a large tree here. Jeez. Let's sit and make a boomhuis there. Thanks, Mel. Anyway, you go ahead, Mel. Now, someone's got a sleeping bag here. I'm going to guess and say that they slept at the White River, Wittervier. It looks like it's in perfectly fine condition, and my guess is they're going to be picking it up either on the way to or on the way back. You can see when something's rather muffed up, full of green stuff, and when something looks pretty fresh still. Ferns. Looking at Sam, you can see how many ferns we have. And now it looks, why are they halting there? Oh, I think Mel's taking a little video there. And we're going to get to another section. We've got more landmarks, signs coming up. Right, now finally come to a section that's entirely different, and that is the Wittervier, or if you want to call it the White River, if you translate it directly. Silver. Yeah, not the White River, the Silver. What is this? The Silver River.
It's the Silver River, as far as I know.
It's the Silver River, not the White River. Sorry, man. It's just as well you corrected me here. Why am I saying White River? And the waterfall, if I remember correctly, is there. And then there's that cave. Otherwise you've got this beautiful, I want to take a photo of this kind of thing with these rocks here. So let's go down. You can actually see a bit of a trail here that people have clearly walked before to get down. I just don't know how many people have walked here compared to the actual main trail that we cut off just now. We'll catch you when we're down at the river. Definitely more water than I anticipated, yeah. Nice and open. This is definitely my favorite section. Nice and open at the river. One can drink this water. And just a reminder to anybody that stumbles upon it and wonders about the color of this water. Just because of the color doesn't mean it's not drinkable. The color comes from nutrients. See the dark color? Color comes from nutrients from up in the mountain, from roots, and it's actually very healthy nutrients, which almost makes this healthier to drink than some municipal water would be. There's a nice great swimming pool here if one wanted to swim here. I want to go and see the waterfall, so I'm going to go along, and I trust that they're going to come along as well. Jeez. This section is what it's all about. The waterfall is on the other side there, but I've done enough risky timing down, and I do not feel like any more. Good news is that I can say I've been there. Here's that cave at least, where one can camp, and clearly some people have done it in the past. There's a fire pit there. Looks like an ideal spot, but boy oh boy, would that be a bit tricky if you're coming down with a full backpack to camp for the night. That waterfall goes far down on the other side. I've taken quite a couple of risky steps just to get here, and I can't make my mind up whether I'm going to take the same risky steps going back up to where the rest of the team is sitting, and whether I'm going to have to clamber up to the top somehow there. I've got to think about it. Tricky at some places. And slippery at some places, I might add. Had our breakfast. I made it back to the team, and goodbye Silver River basically. We'll be in it for a little while still. All these little separate sections running here. Samantha and Colleen ahead here, and yeah, the sections where it's nice and open will not be so open anymore, because we're going to go into the bushy parts back up again. Samantha's just giving me a good idea to take a photo here, something like this. Catch you now. It's been quite a while since I've recorded, long while since I've recorded, and we at the Kaaimans River here, which does make for awesome area. Always nice taking photos with all these rocks here. And where you go down and end up at a river, guess what? We're gonna have to go back up again. So yeah, we're preparing ourselves for the last uphill towards the vehicles. So here we go. I'm gonna take a photo here, and I'll catch you later. Well, this is a significant section out. It's just been uphill and more uphill and more uphill since the Kaaimans River, and we are finally back to seeing the university and our vehicles. Level pevel, thank goodness gracious. So yeah, we are practically there. I may as well make this the closing one. Thanks a lot for joining us. Hopefully there's enough footage of the whole goal, and that is to get to the Silver River, not the White River. That is like just beautiful there. There's your university. Like I said, thanks for joining. Cars are right there. Stay tuned, subscribe, all those things. Please just click on subscribe. It doesn't cost a cent. Some local people are afraid of clicking on subscribe, and they think, oh, it's this, gonna have to fill in forms and stuff. No, you just click on it, and you, next time you go on YouTube, will be notified. Samantha, thanks. She's also, we're all tired. Colleen is just as tired of doing it, this uphill, this last uphill. So nice. And we'll catch you again on the next one. Next week we're going to do Narnia. All of the best. See you guys.